Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
In the subway, when I hear a strange song coming from down there, so I see people, so I hear music. The young and the old, if you see antics, Scobie, Mike and Jamont, Messiah, Sugar Finger, all them DJs take over. Imagine them DJ have New York subway like Eastern Park, wherever they. Trinidad and jamming down in the subways. Antigans jamming down in the subways. Dictations back up the New York subways. Tartolians back up the New York subways. The sniffers and the drinkers and the smokers and the winers subway jam. Every subway station steaming with action. The place like a disco, no train in motion. The man in the booth that's selling the token. Leave youth and come to join in the action. The 2, 4, 5 and the 3 I, R, T and the D, A, F and the G. All train man take a rest, local and be expressed all day. Music in excess. Grenadians jamming down in the subway. Jamaicans jamming down in the subways. Ascensions pack up the New York subways. Dominicans pack up the New York subways. The smokers and the drinkers and the sniffers and the winers subway jam. Down to Grand Central, Coney Island and up to Canal. The Amtrak line down in Penn Station. People flock the subway by thousand. Imagine an ordinary day just like a big holiday. Action tight in the subway. All work cease to go on. People come out for fun. Mr. Music Man, don't stop the jam. St. Lucian jamming down in the subways. Monstration jamming down in the subways. The Tomians pack up the New York subways. Crucians pack up the New York subways. The smokers and the drinkers and the sniffers and the winers subway jam.
Rise up, it's the NETT Radio Breakfast Show. Bringing you the energy, music and vibes to start your day right.
Well, if you didn't know, now you know. Now you know what is our mission, what is our passion, and what we totally intend to do. If you had no idea, now you know everything. So let me say a very special good morning to everybody. Woo, boy. Rain,
subway,
more rain.
When I hear a strange song coming from down there.
Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Wet and rainy Trinidad and Tobago. I know in some other areas you're probably experiencing the same thing. But we're happy to be here with you in the land of the living. I'm telling you today it's going to be a fantastic day as always, right? You woke up, you have health, you have strength, you have God's blessings upon you. So good morning to you. Neighbors in the Caribbean, how are you doing? Well, I am hoping that this beautiful weather that we're enjoying, you're getting some of that too. Our friends and our family streaming all around the globe, good day to you, and of course, welcome. Welcome to New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, the heartbeat of the Caribbean, taking you above and beyond. There's never ever a dull moment when you're here on NETT Radio. We guarantee you all that and more. So let me say much thanks to the Heavenly Father for bringing us together for another day. Everything that we do, dear God, I ask that it be a blessing, honor to you. Sir Charles, that is me. Happy am I to be in this space with you. Trust me, I'm happy to be in this space with you this morning.
The 2, 4, 5 and the 3 I, R, T and the D.
So let me take the opportunity to welcome everybody wherever you are right about now. Welcome to your breakfast show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah,
breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Morocco's Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Oh, good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your double or your morning drink.
Oh, grab your doubles, get your morning drink, whatever it is that you have that is going to perk you up on a day like today. Grab it, get it, and come on in the inside. How wet and rainy one it is. So, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking us out on NETT Radio. Thanks for showing up. We really appreciate your company. Let me say good morning to the folks on Gael Caribbean TV and our partners between here, and we thank them for tuning in. Boy, I don't know about you, but that rain. But anyhow, before I say that, let me say good morning to my co-host, Wendell and Richard. And we expect them to join us sometime during the morning period. Some days are a little more difficult than others. Well, yesterday, Wendell was out. I don't know if he will join us today, but we look forward to him being on the platform. And I'm sure Richard will join me at some point in time also. So the morning period, yeah, I guess you guys are stuck with me in the morning period for now until the other guys get on the inside. But all in all, I was telling you, boy, I got up this morning and rain, beautiful rain. I now where I am at, if I'm hearing the rain, it means that it's real raining now because I am in between floors, first and third. So I am not like hearing rain pounding on my galvanized. I have to wait until it. I'm getting feedback from other areas. Yeah, all right. Let me just put it that way. I remember not too long ago, I was somewhere and the rain was coming down. I think I was somewhere in Arima, and the rain was just coming down hard. And it was something like if the rain wanted to actually come through the galvanized to come at you. I have not experienced that for a long time. It was nice. I said, when you live in a concrete jungle, the whole thing just shifted, just turn around, it just get turned up, but yeah. But this morning it was really nice. I got out actually. I took a little walk outside. Didn't get drenched, but I went to just get the little drops on my head because I just love the rain, not just for sleeping purposes. I see some people already sending message saying, boy, weather for all different manner of things. I don't know how many of you that you all are involved in or still involved in 22s, no clothes, all manner of things that you guys have already started to say about the rain. But you know what is nice about it is that you're enjoying it. And once you're enjoying it, I'm happy for that. Yeah. So yeah, enjoy it. It's a beautiful one, as I said, and we make the best of it. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, since yesterday, we've been having some heavy showers. Actually, I think a couple of days this week we had heavy showers, which was very pleasing for me because the situation with the heat. I just can't stand the heat too long. But this week we got some showers, and we expected to get some more showers over the next couple of days. The weatherman, now we're not under any sort of storm watch or hurricane watch, right? But there is as they say, elevated risk of some heavy showers, isolated thunderstorms. Of course, that comes with what they consider to be gusty winds and with localized flooding. If you live in areas where you are accustomed seeing that water rising quickly and you get all those floods coming in, well, then you need to be careful with it, and especially for all the drivers, people like to drive through these flood waters, you have to be careful. but we are not under any sort of hurricane. It's just rain or storm. It's just rain that we're getting. I saw a lot of pictures yesterday coming, especially out in the west. So people in the Martin, Piti Valley, some parts of Port of Spain, even along the eastern corridor, but not as heavy as in some of those other areas. It was rain yesterday, and I saw, once it starts to rain, the motorists on the road, everybody pull out the camera. You're sure you're going to get that flooding traffic. But oh gosh, well, don't talk about traffic. Once it have rain, it had traffic in this country. Somehow it just get worse. But yeah, because sometimes you wonder, well, what is really causing it? What is really causing it? But then when you think about it, we normally have this kind of traffic any which way. Once you're in rush hour, like right now, if you are heading into Port of Spain and in other areas, if you're coming from San Fernando and I suppose other areas of deep south, if you're heading certain places, it's going to be slow going, and you have to take your time. But something about the rain just makes it a little worse. So normally, if it's a 1.5 commute or 2 hours, you're going to have to go a little extra half an hour or maybe hour because of that rain. But all in all, I like how it's been coming down, because it has not really been flooding a lot of areas. But and when I say flooding in the range of, we have to go and look to call out the ODPM and disaster management have to come out. We have not seen those things as yet, but as I said, it's early days going into the rainy season, so we look forward to it. Let me say happy Father's Day to all the dads listening to us here on the net, all you net fathers. Happy Father's Day to you. Yeah, I hope that you guys will have a really good one. Father's Day is a special time. Even though I know a lot of people don't pay attention to some of those days. Some people feel it's more commercial oriented days, but Father's Day have some little meaning. Say something to you. I was actually looking up where did this whole thing of Father's Day actually come from. So let me see if I can pull it up so I can tell you guys, because I found it very interesting. They said that the modern Father's Day tradition, which is what we are doing right now, well, they say it's like June 21st. Yeah, so they say the modern Father's Day tradition is generally traced to, guess who? Those folks out there in the United States. Good morning to all you people out there in the United States, right? So, and they say it began because of a woman named, Father's Day began because of a woman. Women are so important to us guys all the way. Right? Her name was Sonora Smart Dots of a place called Spokane in Washington. I think I know that name. I've heard that name before. Spokane in Washington. They say that in 1909, so you see it's well over 100 years now we're practicing this thing of Father's Day. So they say in 1909, after hearing a Mother's Day sermon, also Mother's Day was there before Father's Day, probably long before that too, probably long before Father's Day. Anyhow, Miss Spokane, she was at church and she felt fathers deserve a similar recognition. So guess what she did? She wanted to honor her own father, a gentleman by the name of William Jackson Smart. Must look him up also. He was a widower and he raised 6 children on his own after their mother died. 6 children. So you see how long fathers have been doing their due, right? And they said the first widely recognized Father's Day celebration was held on June 19th, which is nice tomorrow, in 1910, which is now Juneteenth for the folks in the US. And of course, it's also Labor Day for us here in Trinidad and Tobago. So the first Father's Day was held in 1910. in Spokane, Washington, and there was also earlier in the same 1908 in Falmouth, West Virginia, where a church service honored fathers who had died in a mining disaster. However, apparently, like that observance was not repeated and did not really develop into anything significant. But Miss Spokane did have it, so we have to say a very special thanks to Miss Sonora Dodds for having that love of her dad, watching him raise 6 children, and decided, look, I'm going to do something about that. Yes, I wonder what she actually had to do and if there was any pushback and fight. But whatever she did, she got it done. So hats off to her, and hats off to we now having Father's Day. So now
I just want to say good morning. Let me say good morning, Sir Charles, and of course, good morning to all our listeners and viewers wherever you are in whatever time zone. Good morning to you, and I know there might be a little bit of jubilation in my voice because the weekend has begun. I know not for everybody around the planet, but certainly for us in Trinidad and Tobago, it has begun because tomorrow is a holiday. So we love a weekend on this show. We love it, we love it, we love it. So the weekend is on. What's that, Sir Charles? You're mumbling something in the background.
I thought the explanation I'm hearing from you was because of the rain.
Nah, I rebuke the rain. My philosophy, rain's supposed to fall between 1 and 4. That's it. After that, keep out. You're disturbing human activities.
Oh my God.
And the day and too much traffic and all of that nonsense. No. The rain is highly inconvenient in terms of during the day. During the night and early hours of the morning, fine. You can not even during the night, not early hours of the morning. That's it. But during the day, people could say, "Oh, I love the rain." It's inconvenient. Yeah. It slows traffic. It has the potential for flooding. It just makes the day more inconvenient. It slows everything down. So, and who want to disagree? That is you. That is your business.
Yeah. Each his own. You see how much people already started to say, hey, whether for young ducks, whether for this, whether for all kind of madness. Yeah. People love the rain, Richard.
Yeah. Guys, plenty of retired people love rain because they're doing one iota during the day. They just lie down in the bed, twiggling the toes. And I'm talking to you, Zena. Is you are talking to? Or they're going out or they're watching the garden and saying, "Oh my God, my garden is getting some good water," and they're smiling and watching it whole day. But for the rest of us who are out on the road, it's inconvenient.
Oh my God. Anyhow, for those of you who love the rain, do not pick on Richard. Let Richard have his tantrum where the rain is concerned. All they love the rain.
My position clear. On that. Rain has caused havoc and bacchanal in people's lives. If it's a gently little, gentle little, what do you call it? Drizzle. Yeah, a little drizzle is fine, keep things healthy and green. But you see, when it's monster rain, I'll be back now.
All right, let me do good news and then come back.
Alrighty.
People think my most valuable possessions are my watches, but one conversation changed the way I look at wealth forever. I used to collect luxury watches, Rolex, Patek Philippe, Richard Mille, more than 30 watches worth millions. I loved them because every piece felt special. But one day, while staying at a hotel in Portugal, I met an old cleaner working late at night. He recognized me immediately, but instead of asking for a photo, he quietly said, "My grandson dreams of becoming a doctor, but we cannot afford university. That sentence stayed in my head all night because I saw something familiar in his eyes. Hope mixed with pain. The next morning I contacted a university and asked a simple question. How many students cannot study because of money? The answer broke me. More than 500. That same week I made a decision. I sold every luxury watch I owned, every single one, and with that money I paid the tuition fees for hundreds of students for 4 years. Not loans, not publicity, just opportunity. Months later, the old man's grandson visited me wearing a white doctor's coat. He hugged me crying and said, "Cristiano, because of you, I can save lives now." Honestly, that moment was worth more than every watch I ever wore, because watches tell time, but education changes lifetimes. And that day I realized real wealth is not what shines on your wrist, it's what changes someone's future forever.
Okay, and that's our good news this morning. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, that's good news, reminding you of what's important.
Yeah. And it's always to hear those nice stories when you see those who have come through and seen so many different changes in their life and recognize that, you know what, I can give back with all that I have. It's not going to break me. It's not, but it's going to help, give me the opportunity to help others. And I think that is what humanity should be about, helping others, not so, Richard.
Yeah, you wouldn't get any argument from me. You know, I'm a big advocate for empathy and how you deal with people and stuff like that. And, you know, be inclusive and non-judgmental and stuff like that. And helping people to live their best lives and their happiest lives. But many people just like to judge and discriminate and insinuate and be vindictive and all sorts of the horrible parts of human beings. Yeah, boy. So these kind of good news stories are important because they elevate your sense of there are human beings that do care and do try their best to make life better on this planet.
Yeah, and you have to really be thankful for that, because they really make difference in people's lives. And when you see how people are so thankful and grateful, because without some of those interventions, some people will never have gotten a chance to be what they are today.
Yeah. There's one with Shaquille O'Neal that I had sent for good news, and Wendell criticized it and say, "Oh, it's too long." Because I think it was about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, because he has the attention span of, I don't know. I don't know. He have the attention span of what, a mosquito ducking flit? I don't know what his attention span is. But once it's more than 60 seconds, all of a sudden, an old man like him, it's too long. Once it's more than a minute. And I'm like, what? What is wrong with him? You're old. You're supposed to be able to take things for 5, 10, 15, and 20 minutes. You're feeling like you're a teenager. You have an attention span of a dot.
You're not supposed to be in rush at this age.
No. But I think Rude Boy 12% is do that to your brain. But I just give Rude Boy a plug there.
That's all right. Also enough.
But there is one with Shaquille O'Neal that shows you that so many celebrities, when like children or people stop and say, "Can I get an autograph?" And a lot of times it's children with footballers or sports people, sometimes they just brush past. And the videos of how Shaquille O'Neal actually tries to pay attention all the time.
Yeah, but that is going to be in the news next week, regardless. So I haven't scheduled for next week. Yeah. So most likely you would, and I'll try to put it in early and say, "Can you get it on Monday or Tuesday?" Yeah, that's all. Let me try and see if I can say hello to some of the people on the stream. I'm not promising I can say all of the people on the stream, these guys do, but I'll try to at least recognize. So let me say good morning to Margaret Thomas, who was in very early. Valerie Mendoza, good morning to the breakfast crew. Robert Ali, saying blessings to all. Pamela Nichols or Mac Nichols, good day to you. Marissa Cellier, good morning, guys. Susan and Susan Jessup, Maria H. Right? Okay, so that is one of the ladies. Then you had Susan coming in after that. So the GNG ladies are inside. Good morning to you, ladies. Once again, Susan is always saying, don't forget, right, the Kula Cruise coming up here. So we tell them all about that. Suzanne, thank you so much. Victoria, what is this last name, boy? Ogis. All right. Okay. Long time I haven't seen that name. Good morning, the breakfast show. Loving it. Suzanne is back. Odella Guy, good morning to you. She's in blessings to the guy. Eva Smith, good morning. We said her already. All right. Deborah Modest, good morning to you, Debbie. Apollonus, good morning. Felix Kozo, good morning. Michael something. All right, good morning to Michael. Kurt Hope, good morning. Scorpion Pepper, you're up very early this morning. She said, good morning, sunshine. The weekend has begun. Who said that again? Richard, you right?
Yes.
Good morning to Erica Charles. Also to Marlon Motley. You know that name, right?
Yep. Good morning, Marlon.
Carol Guevara, good morning to you. Beefy Smith? Who's that one? Richard. Beefy Smith. Always talk to these people every day. I don't know that name. But good morning to you, Beefy.
No, that's a regular.
Yeah, Beefy Smith is saying good morning to the breakfast team. It's Friday. Wait, no, sorry. She said it's Friday Eve when Richard. Okay, Beefy, I almost said what's going on with you. Ella Rizan, good morning. Boy Daisy, good morning. Salty Menti, good morning. Michael Kazo, Diane, 13 years. Okay. Empress Reyes, good morning to you. Victor Phillips, good morning to you on the team. Ingrid out there in Arizona, she says 3 a.m. blessings from Tucson, Arizona. Richard, you see how early some people be up 2 and 3 o'clock, you know?
Yeah.
When I get up that hour, I just get vexed with myself because you see, one knows why I just get real sleepy. Yeah. Arlene Lewis, good morning to you. Blessed morning to rain today. Yesterday's Debbie Modest, good morning. Disciples, good day to you. Carol is back here chatting away. Doreen Pierre, good morning. Carla Hercules chatting. Empress chatting. You know, going down the line. Scorpion Pepper, they're real chatting this morning. They're trying to keep the chat healthy this morning, please. So good. I know see what Wendell has been talking about yesterday, Richard. You talk about comments on the chat.
Wendell wasn't here yesterday.
No, what he normally talks about when he wasn't here yesterday.
Oh, you mean when people having conversations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and they have to wade through to see which ones are the good mornings and which ones are the conversations.
Yeah, David McCarthy, top of the day, and a thankful Thursday. Bernadette Yates, good day to you. Anel, Scorpion Pepper is back. Keith Clark, good morning to you. And the list goes on and on. As I said, I can't read all, but I can just read some. So, right, that is some of the people on the YouTube, because it's going to take me forever to read it. So let me just say also good morning to some of the people on the WhatsApp who came in also very early. Judith out there in Tobago, good day to you. Terry Ann Peters, good morning. Peter Wilson, good morning. Kent in Laventil. Miss Sampson out there in San Fernando. Carlin and Kelly out there in Caranach. Mr. Billy Powder Magazine. Zena the Powder Puff Girls. Apparently, Zena did not hear you, Richard, so that is good because she would have definitely responded. Captain Ron.
What are you accusing me of, Sir Charles?
I wasn't everything. I just saying Zena didn't hear what the comment that you made about her.
What comment are you suggesting I made about Zena, Sir Charles?
Then I have to go back and play it later on. Archbishop Ashton Clark. Yes, I totally agree. Weather for 22s. Richard, you know about that, right? Rita Bono Jerry, good morning to you. Brendan Tidal. Frank in Aruca. St. Augustine, good morning to you. Sharwin out there in Jamaica. Yeah. You got all these sayings coming through that I've seen this morning already. Weather for no clothes, weather for 22s. I even see one person said weather for leather. I don't know what you mean by that. If he's a shoemaker.
Well, those are generally all retired people, I guess.
No, young people because
the 22s people right now are 22s right next to each other in the car heading to work. And the 22s in shoes. Okay?
Yes. Which is not too bad. Anyhow, let's we going for that break this morning, people. When we come back, we'll see what's happening in the newspapers.
Get ready.
The road to football's biggest stage starts right here on NETT Radio and Guile TV. Join us for Inside the Net, the road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights. Every weekday, take a journey through World Cup history, legendary players, unforgettable goals, football's greatest nations, rising stars, iconic stadiums, and the stories behind the beautiful game. From Brazil to Argentina, Germany to France, and every nation chasing football glory. Join us daily at 7:55 a.m. and 11:55 a.m. Don't just watch the World Cup, live the passion. Inside the Net, road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights.
International in Arima, K Square Fashions at C3 Center, West Mall, Eastgate Mall, and all NETT DJs. No glass bottles allowed. Bring your cooler, bring your crew, and let's celebrate together. NETT Radio, Color Week, Cooler Crew. Saturday, August the 15th, aboard the Island Royalty. For information, call 638-2609 or 497-7173. Color Week. On the scene.
Scandal in Citrus is back in Port of Spain, and yep, we're finally at Queen's Hall for 2 nights only on Saturday the 27th of June at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available at the usual outlets and online. You can now buy tickets on our website, rsrrproductions.com. We think you'll like it. And at the Queen's Hall box office, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Scandal in Citrus. We're at Queen's Hall.
Scandal in Citrus.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Breakfast Show. All right, this is where we get into our newspapers. Are you in a position to read it?
Absolutely not.
All right, thank you so much. All right, and by the way, Zina said that she heard you, eh? Yeah. She said, "No worry, I haven't played back nothing. I heard him." She said, "You are bacchanalist." Anyhow, let's take a look and see what's happening in the newspapers today. For some reason, The Guardian, I catch my aunt, uncle, and Nana to get it to open up on my phone this morning, but eventually did. So, Kia on bail. Court gives green light for her to return to U.S. for medical treatment after she was arrested at Piaco in connection with her boyfriend's death. So, yesterday she came in at around 1:30 a.m. and when they thought that she would have been able to go to the home or to the medical institution, she was promptly arrested and taken to the police station. So the police was on the ball. Lawyer Kaya will continue to cooperate with investigators. Cups awaiting extradition from dead in cell. Richard, have you heard about that?
Yeah, and it was an Eastern Regional Detention Facility, not so?
Wow.
And I think he was there, which is where a lot of people who are waiting to be deported are, or people who are on immigration offenses. But apparently he was wanted by the state, so I don't know which country it is that he was being extradited to. I didn't read the story fully, but he was found dead in his cell, not so?
Yeah, apparently he was found dead in his cell. Also in the Guardian today, Guerrero marks 1 year in office as police commissioner. So I guess the assessments will be taking place. I found that within recent time he's been very kind of quiet. When he's not falling out with Gary, he seems to be very quiet.
Well, he was from the news last night. For people who don't know, he's on a year's probation. And the Police Service Commission will then assess him on his year's performance to decide whether to continue with his appointment substantively in the position. And if he's appointed substantively in the position, then it means he would be the police commissioner, I think basically for the next 10 years, because until he reaches the age of retirement. So he may have about 10 years in the position. So so it depends on how that performance appraisal goes in terms of the Police Service Commission. But so I don't know. So it'll be interesting. I don't know how they assess him. I'm even not sure how to assess him. You'll have to bring data. I don't know how rigorous they are, or if they are just a rubber stamping kind of agency, or if they are a rigorous agency. You know, you have those two types. Some who are very rigorous, and then you have those that are just rubber stamping and saying, go ahead. So I don't know, this current makeup of the Police Service Commission, I'm not so sure which one they fall into.
Yeah, but to know that you can get into the position as a substantive, and the only way you move out now is when it's time to retire. You know, I don't know. Yeah. Anyhow,
you're not comfortable with that, Sir Charles?
No.
I felt a certain amount of hesitancy in your voice.
Yeah. You're right. I feel the normal 3 years in those places should critical assessment should take place as if we should continue with that person in that position. If there's no substantive moving forward, or there's a decline in how the police service is operating, then they should move him out. Like, you shouldn't be too comfortable for 10 years now until I retire. Nah.
Yeah, well, that's what the news said last night. It's not that the news is necessarily correct. Yeah. So maybe what you're saying that there would be periodic assessment.
Yeah. Anyhow, police deny 1.3 million cannabis station.
Because when you had other police commissioners, they were on contract.
Yeah.
So like Gary Griffith would have been on a contract. The Canadian one, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now.
And Dwayne Gibbs.
Yeah, Dwayne Gibbs and stuff. They would have been on contract. So you would have had to have these performance appraisals at different intervals for the continuation of the contract, or assessing where you were in the contractual period. This is a substantive police officer who could be appointed substantively in the position. So that's the difference. At least that's the sense I got from the news last night. But as to whether that is actually what is going to happen, I have no clue if the news got it right in terms of their assessing of it. But certainly what is clear is that he's at the end of his 1 year's probation.
All right,
and he will be assessed.
So let me move along. Sibling dispute ends in cutlass attack, and Princess Young farmer strikes again with 100-pound watermelon. 100-pound, so it's probably a rare feat where you get watermelons at 100-pound coming in. So those are the stories in the Guardian. Let me see if I can move across to the Express. All depends on how fast my browser is moving. Kaya appears in court. That's the main story in the Express. TNTech protected customers. TNTech protected customers list exists.
That's another confusing story, because TNTech, the current administration of TNTech, has issued a statement, and they particularly framed it between 2015 to 2025, right? Remember I told you that previous leaders of TNTech who are now retired said that this has been going on for years, that predates even the last administration and would have included the People's Partnership, right? And so, but now you have TNTech now coming out, the current administration saying it's 2015 to 2025, and nobody knows when the policy direction came into being. So it seems as if it tries to focus it obviously on the PNM's tenure in power. Marvin Gonzalez said yesterday he was specific. He said that's a lie, and that TNTech is playing politics. So which is it? And of course we are back into, well, who is actually telling the truth and who is not.
Yeah.
That's where we now back at, in terms of that whole situation.
All right, moving along with the Express. Where is the 900 million in back pay? The Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association tutor has called on the government to clarify the whereabouts of $900 million allocated for back pay to teachers. So if it's allocated, they want the money. New York serial killer gets life. A 62-year-old New York serial killer whose victims included a woman originally from Sandy Grande was sentenced yesterday to spend the rest of his life behind bars. I think he get like multiple life sentences. That was a story.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine you leave Sandy Grande for a better life in the United States and you get murdered by a serial killer of all things?
Yeah. Well, apparently
isn't that bizarre?
Lured her from Sandy Grande all the way to New York. You understand? Promising to give her a better life. Right.
But I don't even know if it was all of that. But I'm just saying, it's it's really bizarre.
Yeah, man shot.
Yeah,
man shot entering taxi on Charlotte Street. Gunman tie-strap 73-year-old during home invasion. Teased 3 times, and man still escapes from police. That might give them the justification. You see, if I use my gun and shoot them, even I had no escape. TNTech confirms protected list politicians added between 2015 and 2025, according to what Richard was just telling us. Pundit robbed of thousands in cash. There's a pundit, I think, in El Sicuro. And the story. And man hospitalized after cutlass attack, chopped on head and hand. And 2 men escaped police after high-speed chase. Really, Richard, some men actually escaped the police in a high-speed chase. Yeah. And yeah, those are the stories.
Where that high-speed chase was?
I don't know exactly where it was. I didn't open the story yet.
Okay. All right. All right.
But apparently there was some high-speed change, and the men of them probably got away from the police. Yeah. All right. Did you know? And we will be back.
If you can do this movement for just 1 minute every morning, you reduce a hanging belly and correct your posture. And if you can do this for just 1 minute every morning, you tighten your waist and reduce underarm fat. Next, if you can do this for just 1 minute every morning, you reduce your belly and tighten your core. And if you can do this movement for just 1 minute every morning, you reduce your inner thigh fat. And finally finish off with just 1 minute of this movement every morning. Your leg lines will become more defined.
Seems to be as simple, did you know? Simple little exercises that you can do on your bed. I love that. Simple things just to keep you active. And I don't know if I'll get a body like that guy, from doing.
Yeah, there's always these very fit people doing these exercises.
Yes. I wonder if I twist on the bed in the morning for 5 minutes, and then I do some push-ups on the bed for the next 5 minutes. I wonder how much years it will take me to get a back looking like that, boy. You see that man back? Nah, boy.
Yeah, really is.
Because I try to get out in the afternoon and do some walking around the hard ground and that kind of thing. Clearly, that ain't working for me. I haven't been able to put an ounce of anything, Richard. So, I look at muscle on this guy.
Yeah, because when you do those exercises, that's how you become right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People, before we get into the morning poll, I just want to read something for you guys. I'm this part of it, and I'm happy that Richard is here to chime in, because this is where the morning poll is coming from. Because I seem to have a pet peeve with all of these cases that keep falling apart and who's responsible. So there's a story in the newspaper today that a 47-year-old Arima mechanic had been found not guilty of 2 sexual offenses, including his stepdaughter, after a high court jury took just 40 minutes to return its verdict. The man has been accused of offenses allegedly committed in December 2021, when the girl was under 16 and was charged the following year. However, during the trial, the defense highlighted several shortcomings in the police investigations. The investigating officer admitted he never visited the location where one incident was alleged to have occurred, failed to interview key witnesses, and did not arrange DNA testing. Under cross-examination, the complainant also admitted stealing nearly $20,000 from the accused and feared he would report her to police. She further acknowledged concerns that he might reveal inappropriate messages she had sent online. And the defense argued those factors provided a motive to facilitate the allegations. The jury agreed, returning not guilty verdicts on both charges, bringing the case to an end. So here again we have another case falling apart because of some inconsistencies that were taking place there. And I am wondering, with the amount, now I remember a little while Richard was saying, thank the prosecutor department is up in their game. But when it comes to the DPP's office and the police investigations, Richard, why are we continuously seeing these cases falling apart? And if there isn't enough to send these cases forward, why are we sending these things forward? And
that to me, Sir Charles, is a better question. If it is that you are looking at a brief and you're seeing that there is a high level of reasonable doubt in a case, then it makes no sense sending that case forward, because there is so much reasonable doubt. And remember, you are trying to prove a case as a prosecutor, whether you're a police prosecutor or whether you're a member of the DPP's office. No matter how complicated a case is or how uncomplicated a case is, the fundamental thing you're trying to do is prove beyond reasonable doubt that the X committed this offense.
Right.
If it is that you're looking at a brief and you're seeing, wait, there are a lot of issues here that counter the issue of beyond reasonable doubt, or that reasonable doubt is very much present, then you really should not pursue it. You should tell the police to go back and get better evidence. And in terms of the case. And so I suppose all of this is workflows, because in that particular case, there were several workflow gaps, according to what you read, right? So that the police didn't do X, Y, and Z. So there has to be established workflows for different types of criminal offenses that both the police and the DPP's office should be aware of and on the same page about. So that if it's a sexual offense, this is your workflow. Because if he had followed that workflow, it might have been that the case may not have gone any further at all.
Yeah.
That the man's possible innocence would have been proven much earlier, rather than taking it to this point where a jury had to decide after years, because this didn't happen last week. So after years, it comes before the justice system. Your reputation is shot, because even if your name is not mentioned, people in the area know that you get charged for XYZ, and you know Trinidadians and Tobagonians, you know the yappity yap yap yap.
Yeah.
So your reputation has gone through severe damage, and now you are judged not guilty. And with sexual offenses, there was a time when they didn't used to mention names in sexual offenses because of that, because it's a difficult offense to recover from in terms of your reputational damage if you are proven not guilty, which is what happened in this case. So the case has fallen apart, one, because of the actions of the victim and the defense being able to cast reasonable doubt, and two, there were workflow gaps in what the police officer would have or should have done, and I just find it curious. Well, I shouldn't find it curious, huh? For sexual offenses, there should be a definitive workflow. Examination, medical examination, rape kits, whatever it is, there should be a workflow. In terms of what, and you have to dot all your I's and cross all your T's, because it's a serious offense.
Yeah, but the thing about it also is that workflow that we're talking about, regardless of whether it is sexual offenses or other things, there has to be certain steps that somebody has to ask a question. Have you gone through this? Whether it be the senior investigator before it goes to the DPP should be able to, in my opinion, and this is just in my opinion, should be able to have a certain set of how that workflow should be. Have you all done this? Have you checked this? And if those things are not done, why send it to the courts? You know. So.
Well, I mean, that's a good question. But
who's holding them accountable when these things happen? Who is overlooking the DPP and office and the police investigators office? Somebody has to have some measure of concern when you see all of these cases are just collapsing because of inefficiencies by these investigators, and probably I don't know to say if it's a greater or a lesser extent by the DPP, you know, given the instructions that you ought to go ahead.
Well, DPP, I don't know if it's the DPP himself or one of his, you know, subordinates. Well, yeah, but I mean, there are obvious gaps in the judicial system and gaps in the efficiency of the judicial system.
Yeah.
And because what you're looking at there is really efficiency in terms of making sure that cases, because the person can't be innocent. Remember, people are innocent until proven guilty. And the issue of proving people guilty is as an officer of the court is a serious burden that you need to meet. And if the evidence shows that there's a lot of reasonable doubt in that person's favor, as an officer of the court, you should withdraw the case.
Yeah.
You should say, you know, no, I can't pursue this case as an officer of the court. It will be consuming court time. And not only that, you're putting a citizen through undue duress for a period of time for something that you cannot prove.
Yeah, somehow that check and balance, I feel it's lacking. But people, we are almost on 7 o'clock, but we will entertain a couple of your calls, not directly to say on this particular matter. We'll talk about this matter on the other side of the break. And then, of course, it's a Thursday, Friday, you know, so you get to talk about all the things that you want to talk about. But there are things that are happening in the news otherwise. And you can also give us a call now, 281-1315. We'll be leading news a couple minutes just for you guys. If you call right now at 281-1315 or 299-5156. Yeah, but it is a troubling situation. Any which way that you look at it, it's a troubling situation. All right, so let me put up the morning poll one time for you guys, so you can check the morning poll. Right, so we're asking you, should both the police service and the DPP's office be held accountable when serious criminal cases fail because of poor investigations? You're asking yes or yes or no. You're answering. You know what? Let's go for the news, and we'll take your calls after that, right? So the poll is up. Vote now, yes or no. Should somebody be held accountable? So we will be back.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, and Dial Caribbean TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. Kaya Seeley has been granted $700,000 bail after appearing in court hours after returning to Trinidad from the United States. The Champ Fleurs hairstylist faces 8 charges arising from a police-involved shooting in St. Augustine on January 20th. Including manslaughter in connection with the death of her partner, Joshua Samaru, firearm and ammunition offenses, and allegations of shooting at 3 police officers. Seeley, who was left paraplegic following the incident, appeared before High Court Master Nazira Ali and was not required to enter pleas. The court heard she must return periodically to the United States for ongoing medical treatment and rehabilitation. Bail was granted with conditions, including notifying authorities of travel plans before leaving the country. The state indicated it will rely on 30 witnesses and several exhibits in the case. A sufficiency hearing has been scheduled for October 22nd. Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessar has launched a fresh attack on Guardian Media Limited, describing the organization as unethical and accusing it of targeting businesses and individuals while promoting the interests of those affiliated with the company. Her comments came after former investigative journalist Joshua Seemungal announced his resignation, citing what he described as organizational ethical failings. Prasad Bisesar shared his comments on social media and claimed Guardian Media has a history of pushing negative coverage against the UNC while favoring the PNM. The Prime Minister also referenced similar allegations from former journalist Renuka Singh and questioned the company's editorial practices. She said she intends to raise concerns about media conduct in discussions with the Media Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Guardian Media had not responded publicly to the allegations up to yesterday. NETT has confirmed the existence of a protected list of customers exempt from electricity disconnections, revealing that between 2015 and 2025, the list was expanded beyond critical state institutions to include government ministers, members of parliament, and private companies. In a statement, the Commission said the list was originally intended for ministries, state agencies, statutory authorities, and foreign embassies. However, it acknowledged there is no documented policy, criteria, or board approval explaining how individuals and private companies were added. The issue surfaced after Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesar alleged in Parliament that several former PNM officials and entities were on a secret protected list. NETT said it has sought legal advice and reaffirmed its commitment to treating all customers equally. Former Prime Minister Keith Rowley and other former PNM ministers have denied knowledge of the list, insisting they paid their bills on time. Former Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez said the list was intended only to flag high-profile accounts for contact before disconnection, and not to exempt customers from payment. A 47-year-old Arima mechanic has been found not guilty of 2 sexual offenses involving his stepdaughter, after a high court jury took just 40 minutes to return its verdict. The man had been accused of offenses allegedly committed in December 2021, when the girl was under 16 and was charged the following year. However, during the trial, the defense highlighted several shortcomings in the police investigation. The investigating officer admitted he never visited the location where one incident was alleged to have occurred, failed to interview key witnesses, and did not arrange DNA testing. Under cross-examination, the complainant also admitted stealing nearly $20,000 from the accused and feared he would report her to police. She further acknowledged concerns that he might reveal inappropriate messages she had sent online. The defense argued those factors provided a motive to fabricate the allegations. The jury agreed, returning not guilty verdicts on both charges, bringing the case to an end. In crime news, police are investigating 2 robberies in Central and East Trinidad, while a convicted serial killer in the United States has been sentenced for the murder of a Trinidad-born woman. In Chaguanas, a 73-year-old woman and a 42-year-old relative were tie-strapped and robbed by 3 armed men who stormed their Montrose home, stealing cash, jewelry, and a cell phone. Meanwhile, burglars broke into the El Socorro home of a pundit and escaped with TT times $8,000 and $2,500 after prying open a window and burglar-proofing. And in New York, convicted serial killer Rex Heuermann has been sentenced to multiple life terms for the murders of 8 women, including Trinidad-born Sandra Castilla of Sangre Grande. Castilla was killed in 1993, and investigators say advances in DNA technology helped finally link Heuermann to the decades-old murder. Finally, Japan says it must strengthen its defense capabilities in response to growing security threats in the region. Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi told the BBC that Tokyo is boosting military spending, deepening ties with allies, and expanding defense cooperation across the Indo-Pacific to deter future conflict. Japan has also eased decades-old restrictions on arms exports and is now discussing defense equipment sales with countries including Australia, Philippines, Indonesia, and New Zealand. The move comes amid growing concerns over China's military expansion and ongoing tensions involving Senkaku Islands, which are also claimed by Beijing. Japan's government is also considering changes to its post-war constitution, which limits the country's military role. And that is NETT Radio News at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Get ready.
The road to football's biggest stage starts right here on NETT Radio and Gael TV. Join us for Inside the Net, the road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights. Every weekday, take a journey through World Cup history, legendary players, unforgettable goals, football's greatest nations, rising stars, iconic stadiums, and the stories behind the beautiful game. From Brazil to Argentina, Germany to France, and every nation chasing football glory. Join us daily at 7:55 a.m. and 11:55 a.m. Don't just watch the World Cup, live the passion. Inside the Net, road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights.
Calling all you NETT Radio listeners and fans. It's time to pack your cooler. Join us for NETT Radio's Color Week Cooler Crew in red, white, and black. On board the luxurious Island Royalty, Saturday, the 15th of August. Boarding at 7 p.m. from Haircuts, Shagaramas. We sail at 8 p.m. sharp. Enjoy great music all night long from your favorite NETT DJs. Sir Chad, CJ, Mr. Flavor, Duck International, RJ, and Fluffman. Come show them use a big early bird tickets are just $200 after $250. Get your tickets now at Crosby St. James, Bobby's Baccarat, Fast International in Arima, K Square Fashions at C3 Center, West Mall, Eastgate Mall, and all NETT DJs. No glass bottles allowed. Bring your coolers, bring your crew, and let's celebrate together. NETT Radio, Color Week, Cooler Crew, Saturday, August the 15th, aboard the Island Royalty. For information, call 638-2609 or 497-7173. Color Week on the scene.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready! Keelan of the Ultimate DJ Shane invite you to the Ride of the Year, Reggae Ride 26.
I met a girl this morning. She was love at first sight.
On Saturday, June 27, on board the Harbour Master, represent your colors with a touch of gold, green, red, and white, featuring DJ Damien, Ever Slick, DJ Junior, Keelan, and the Ultimate DJ Shane. Boarding 11 p.m. and sailing at 12 midnight sharp. Tickets are only $250 and are available at all Agard's Nuts House locations, City Furniture stores nationwide, and online at islandetickets.com. Call or WhatsApp 333-7601 for more information and tickets. Walk with your coolers. No oversized coolers and no glass bottles allowed. The Reggae Ride 26 is proudly sponsored by Agard's Nuts House, City Furniture, Tocopia Hotel and Lounge, Cricket Lab Academy, Cafe Barista, Endura Malt, NFM, Rio's Wax and Parlor, and Langston Roach Industries. One boat, one vibe, one love. The Reggae Ride 26.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Vibes, fresh energy. This is the NETT Radio Breakfast Show.
should and shouldn't do. I said me lover, a good relation is a relation based on trust. Me lover, we too jealous and suspicious. It's outrageous and ridiculous to see we messing up the mind. See how we messing up the mind. I tell you no, me lover, let's have a good time. No, me lover, let's have a good time. No, let's have a good time. Let's have a good time. Me lover, I used to worry about you having a second hand. Me lover, as if to help me fulfill my duty as a man. You know we tripping, we really stupid for true. Me lover, it's so amusing to hear abusing and accusing. It's so confusing. I know they're messing up the mind. I know they're messing up the mind. Me lover, me lover, me lover, me lover, me lover, me lover. Let's have a good time. No, me lover, let's have a good time. Me lover, let's have a good time. Me darling, no, let's have a good time. I said, me lover, your love too precious and too delicious to lose. Me lover, and you too vital and too special to abuse. What good for ram goat is good for gander and goose too. Me lover, you must remember me baby lover. When you out yonder, protect me pleasure and don't go messing up the mind. No, don't go messing up the mind. Me darling, no. Lover, let's have a good time. No, me lover, me lover, me lover. Let's have a good time.
Just got better. You're locked into NETT Radio Breakfast Show. Fueling your day with the best music and marine talk.
Well, everybody, welcome to the second hour of the Breakfast Show. Of course, you are listening to New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, taking you above and beyond. I'm hoping that all is well with you wherever you may be. Thank you very much for showing up and being here with us on this wet and rainy Thursday as we go into the holiday. It's not as rainy as it was earlier on, so I don't know if it's kind of clearing up right about now. But whatever it is, we're working with it, yes? So let me say good morning to the Anthem crew, those of you that came in very early, and all the folks that came in along the way. Thank you very much for being here. Good morning to Gael, Caribbean TV. Good morning, Gael people. Thank you very much for logging on. And to all you people on our social media platforms, we really appreciate you. Now, just to let you know that at 9 o'clock or just around there, when we come off of the TV feed and the YouTube and Facebook channel, well, you can come across the net with 2 T's, NETT Radio TT.com, and you can listen to our programming all throughout the day. We got really great stuff happening for you guys. And for all you people who are streaming on the different platforms and on our social media pages, remember it's easy to find us now. It's just NETT Radio Trinidad across the board. NETT Radio Trinidad. So if you're on TuneIn, whether you are on Radio Garden, Online Radio Box, Simple Radio, any platform that you're streaming, just put in the command NETT Radio Trinidad and you should find us, right? Of course, you can give that command to all of your Googles and your smart devices. So Alexa, play NETT Radio Trinidad, and everything should be working well, right? Don't forget to support our channels. And you can join also our YouTube channel. All you have to go in the update section of your YouTube, those 4 tabs at the bottom, and you go to updates and you look for NETT Radio Trinidad also, and all you have to do is follow the channel, and that way you join our YouTube channel. Very simple. That way you'll be able to follow us on everything that we do and we post. You will know what is taking place, right? So our social media handles on Instagram, TikTok, and yeah, I want you guys to continue to go to TikTok and add the numbers in between there. Follow, like, subscribe to the different channels. And let's see if we can up some numbers in those areas, yeah? Plenty thing to tell, you know. Also, don't forget you can donate and support to the channel by going to netradiott.com. And right on our main page, you will see a blue button that says donate. So whatever you choose or you can afford to donate to the channel, it's greatly appreciated. Support us, support us. So our morning poll question, we're asking you people, should both the police service and the DPP's office be held accountable when serious cases, criminal cases, fail because of what? Poor investigation. So you're voting yes or no. If you're voting yes, you're voting 1. If you're voting no, you're voting 2. Right? And we'll tell you how you voted when we come back after the break.
Scandal in Citrus is back in Port of Spain, and yep, we're finally at Queen's Hall for 2 nights only on Saturday the 27th of June at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available at the usual outlets and online. You can now buy tickets on our website, rsrrproductions.com. We think you'll like it. And at the Queen's Hall box office, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Scandal in Citrus. We're at Queen's Hall.
Scandal in Citrus.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready! Galen of the Ultimate DJ Shane invite you to the Ride of the Year, Reggae Ride 26.
I met a girl this morning. She was love at first sight.
On Saturday, June 27th, on board the Harbour Master, represent your colors with a touch of gold, green, red, and white, featuring DJ Damien, Ever Slick, DJ Junior, Galen, and the Ultimate DJ Shane. Boarding 11 p.m. and sailing at 12 midnight sharp. Tickets are only $250 and are available at all Agard's Nuts House locations, City Furniture stores nationwide, and online at islandetickets.com. Call or WhatsApp 333-7601 for more information and tickets. Walk with your coolers. No oversized coolers and no glass bottles allowed. The Reggae Ride 26 is proudly sponsored by Agard's Nuts House, City Furniture, Tocopia Hotel and Lounge, Cricket Lab Academy, Cafe Barista, Endura Malt, NFM, Rio's Waxing Parlor, and Langston Roach Industries. One boat, one vibe, one love. The Reggae Ride 26.
Get ready.
Champions of the world.
The road to football's biggest stage starts right here on NETT Radio and Guile TV. Join us for Inside the Net, the road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights. Every weekday, take a journey through World Cup history, legendary players, unforgettable goals, football's greatest nations, rising stars, iconic stadiums, and the stories behind the beautiful game. From Brazil to Argentina, Germany to France, and every nation chasing football glory. Join us daily at 7:55 a.m. and 11:55 a.m. Don't just watch the World Cup, live the passion. Inside the Net, road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights.
Enjoy great music all night long from your favorite net DJs, Sir Jam, CJ, Mr. Flavor, Duck International, RJ, and Fluffman. Early bird tickets are just $200 after $250. Get your tickets now at Crosby St. James, Bobby's Bakery, Fats International in Arima, K Square Fashions at C3 Center, West Mall, Eastgate Mall, and all net DJs. No glass bottles allowed. Bring your cooler, bring your crew, and let's celebrate together. NETT Radio, Color Week, Cooler Crew, Saturday, August the 15th, aboard the Island Royalty. For information, call 638-2609 or 497-7173. Color Week, on the scene.
Okay, everybody, so we are back. Yes, we are back. Welcome back to the second hour of the breakfast show here on NETT Radio. Here at TT Radio, it's a Thursday going into the weekend, and I tell you what, a weekend. It starts off nice. I don't care what Richard say. At the end of the day, I am enjoying the weather. I want more rain. Yeah. Let it rain down, okay? All right, so we are back inside of this hour, and of course, our morning poll is up, and you have been voting on the morning poll. We'll tell you how you voted in a little bit. We're going to take some of your calls to hear what you have to say about the morning poll, which we are, well, just to preface it as to what it is, right? You know, we've been looking at a situation. I read a story this morning, and it is a troubling thing, because it is something I see played out over and over again. We have a high court jury that took just 40 minutes, to find a gentleman there not guilty of 2 sexual offenses charges. Now, these are serious charges. During the trial, the court heard that the investigating officer, and the thing about it is that you don't get the name of these investigative officers when they make blunders and things like that, They make their blunders and they seem to go back to the normal whatever it is, right? But during the trial, the investigative officer, it was learned that he never visited one of the locations where one of the incidents was alleged to have occurred. He failed to interview key witnesses and did not arrange any DNA testing. Now, these are things that you would expect to take place, right? Now, regardless of what anyone believes about this particular case, those admissions, I think that is something that should concern every citizen. The job of any investigator is not one simply to gather evidence that may support an allegation. The job is to search, at least I believe so, for the truth. And that means you need to be collecting all available evidence. You need to be speaking to all relevant witnesses and follow every reasonable lead, whether that supports the complaint or the accused. You are supposed, as Richard said, there is a workflow that an investigator should follow. And clearly, when investigators don't follow that workflow, guess what? Cases fall apart within minutes. But when it falls apart, people's lives are affected. Right? Now, when it falls apart in a situation like this, after all of these years, persons on both sides of the defense are affected, right? So let us say it is somebody who something had genuinely happened to and was waiting for justice to happen. With poor investigation, you know what? That person now could feel cheated because you all did not do a good job. Someone, on the other hand, who may be innocent of those charges, may not have even deserved to be there in the first place, as we saw in this situation, if the proper investigative work was done. And clearly, it would not happen. The whole thing fell apart. So today we are asking you, and I know the poll is kind of long. Yes, you have to do a little more reading for some of the people who are complaining in the stream that the poll long, or the person who is complaining. You can't get short polls every day, right? Sometimes you need to work along with us, all right? We're trying our best to keep it a particular way. And we are happy that you are part of the show. But please be respectful to the other people in the chats, please, and all try and work along with us, right? So should the police service and the DPP's office be held accountable, not just in this particular case, but when serious criminal cases fail because of poor investigation? So we ask you to vote yes, or we ask you to vote no. Right? And we tell you how you voted in the meantime, but guess what? You can call now and share your thoughts on the poll question, right? 281-1315-299-5156. You can give us a call right now. Share your thoughts with us, right? And then we'll tell you how you voted, and then we'll get into everything else that you guys want to talk about a little later on inside of the show. But now we just did them with the poll, right? So if you are in favor, do you think that, when things like these fall apart, because it is not a new something, I just want to remind people, it is not a new something. It is not this government, it's not a last government situation. It is something in our system that is not holding people accountable. And for me personally, I am getting fed up of reading time after time. Somebody needs to probably put out some statistic to let us know exactly within the last 4, 5, 10 years, how many cases have fallen apart because of poor investigation and poor oversight by these two gatekeepers. The two gatekeepers are the DPP's office and the police investigators. Hello, good morning, Ms. Sampson. Good morning, Ms. Sampson. How are you doing?
I'm Richard. And where everyone does it. Yeah, see, I find when these things happen, instead of the state have to pay all the money, the investigator should pay a percentage, let's say 25 or 50%, because they cause our tax dollars to be tied up in the nonsense because they didn't do their job.
Mm-hmm.
How much time our taxpayers' money going to say about people not doing their job? Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ms. Sampson. And you're right, because a lot of these things are happening over and over again, and there seems to be nothing in place that holds anybody accountable. And if we are not holding people accountable, it doesn't matter to them, They can make all the blunders, they can affect people's life, as in some cases, because as Richard was saying, when in some cases you live in a neighborhood, you are now tarnished, right? You might be an innocent person. Even if you get back your innocence, you're still tarnished. People looking at you a particular way. They're not interested. And then at the end of the day, on the other hand, it's costing the state a lot of money. Good morning.
Good job. Good morning.
Morning. How are you doing?
All right. As much as we would love to see that the police and the DPP and officers of the court pay through their own pockets, I would like to see the government have the gumption to actually bring some kind of legislation to the parliament for that to happen. That ain't going to happen. As we could talk till the cows come home. It ain't gonna happen, so Charles. And it is a sad case because it's taxpayers' money for blunders upon blunders. And within recent times, it's been for years, we know that, right?
Yeah.
But I think for the last year or year and a half, it has become even worse. And the police could always set up people, and then they lose and you have to pay. So we would love to, but such as nobody better no cat for that. So we could do how much we want. Have a good day.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, thanks very much, Dabity. And that is the sad thing about it. But we have to have somebody who's looking at it. Somebody should recognize. I don't know who that somebody is, but at least somebody should recognize that these things are happening too often. Now, when we look, I remember there was a situation where the police was not going to court for some cases and things, showing up, and that eventually changed under Gary Griffith. So people don't like to hear his name called, but he put certain things in place to make sure at least they were going to court, so that cases were not being thrown out because police was not appearing. At least somebody saw it necessary to put a measure in place for something that was going wrong under their charge. But is it the justice minister, or is it a situation if it should be the chief justice? But these things are happening quite often. And as Dabby said, she probably saw within the last year, but it's over time, these things have been happening. And who can tell us exactly every year how many cases are being thrown out because of poor investigation? Caller, good morning.
Hello. Morning.
Morning, Trin City.
Richard and Mr. How is name? Wendell. Morning. Hello. That's going on years now.
It is.
That happening just that police getting man case and some of them may come into the court. That police getting case and it's an investigating officer. Or the investigating officer, he retired, he walk, or he dead. Or some kind of things that were already there. And I think when Gary Griffith was the commissioner of police, I think he had a law or something, and you have to go to court to the case.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And sometimes the investigating officer, some of them fellas, he don't investigate nothing.
It's it's just like laziness taking place.
No, sometimes they have no staff. Sometimes they say they have no staff. But I was listening to the PCA, the PCA attend, people talking about that. They are not staff. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, do we have a lot of investigating officers in Trinidad? You understand? Do we have these people? Because it's a real case going on in Trinidad.
Yes, criminality is running rampant.
And sometimes it might be burdened with 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Yeah. So they have to get investigating officers, and they have to make it mandatory that you investigate, you work a thorough. So when you come before the court, you understand? And what does happen sometimes do, Chalo? If you frame a man, we're going to investigate, right?
Yeah.
You can't investigate nothing.
Yeah. So all you want to do is what? To lock him up, destroy his life, and then at the end of the day, you know, by the time they let him out after 5, 10 years, you don't go on your way. He pick up the pieces.
I was in a certain place alignment, and some police and then communal alignment, right? Some police. Not one police,
Yes, it's some police.
Yeah. And I hear one of them talking just so, let me go up there and look up some people that way. Shall we?
Yeah. Just so. Just so.
And in my mind, I said, just the police, they're going to lock up people. When they're going to lock up people now, and the trials for them now, because you might be working at Ruka district, and then the transfer to South district, you're not around. And you may want to come from South back to Arriba to go to the court or to investigate nothing. It's all them things happening outside here, but the system is a mess.
Mm-hmm.
System is a big mess.
Yeah.
All right, boy.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Trinity. You're so right. It is in a mess, and it is in a mess. It has been in a mess for a long, long time. We're not disputing the fact that it is not in a mess, you know. But I am just wondering, at what point in time do we start to unravel this mess that it is? Or is it that we are going to be satisfied and comfortable? Because the longer we take to deal with it, the harder it becomes to deal with it, you know. The longer we take to try to put systems in place to hold people accountable. And probably that is why the crime situations at every level, whether it is blue collar, white collar, red collar, whatever it is, zero, it is so hard to deal with, because Trinidad and Tobago is a place where you can get away with all manner of things and there is no accountability taking place. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Sir Charles.
Morning, Zena.
And I'm hoping Richard is hearing me. Good morning, Richard.
Yeah, don't worry.
Going to fully finish with coffee, but let me tell you, say before I deal with Richard, let me remind you that Justice Sipasad, remember, he said he put out there time that he was so angry with a case and more than once coming to him and that thing happening. And he said he find that the police, the government, they should start to make a law where the police could start to pay from their pockets.
I think I remember that.
This thing happened. Because he said instead of the person suing the state to get taxpayers' money, when the police and them mess up, he find that it should come out of their pocket. He was so angry. I can't remember the case it was.
I can't remember it either, but I remember that situation, yes.
Yes. And you see that story already discussing there? It is so easy for people to tolerate that when you listen to certain things, what I heard Richard read here about money, and she was afraid that he go and call thing for she to get in trouble with the money business and all that.
Yeah.
That then just I feel like rape, just so you know, that is when you're together with somebody and they have bacchanal.
Yeah.
She was underage and it had some ongoing thing there. That then just so, and it has to have something to do with them. It have more in the motor besides the person in that specific case. And I want to deal with Richard before I go. You get up this morning very energized, like you mix the coffee with Heineken this morning. And you get up and you come out from here, take out Mortgage and Zena. And let me tell you, I stood under my coverlet, and it is for people just like me and you, because you join the group. You understand it? You get up late and join the thing, and you come out hot, and take out your mortgage and listen, leave me alone, eh? Right.
Yeah, come off your case. Tell him, come off your case. Leave me alone. Shucks. Yeah, man. Caller, good morning to you.
Morning, Sir Charles.
Morning, Lisa.
With overtime bill at $500 million. It's not supposed to be an honest. I mean, police working 24 hours. Overtime, you remember when Gary Griffith first came in as police commissioner, what he said about that overtime?
Yes.
Remember, he said a lot of it was fraudulent.
Yeah.
And people working for 24 hours, but yet they're not in the station. They car, when he go PriceSmart, he seeing 5 police cars parked up in PriceSmart by the cinema, by
who
this
doing what kind of extra duty while they collecting the government money?
Something wrong. But Sir Charles, it reminds me of the first time I got a vehicle stolen, which was August the 12th, 2000. I was in Grand Bazaar and it was stolen, and we reported it. And we had called and they said, we can't make a report over the phone, we have to come. So we had no vehicle. We had to wait for somebody to come from south to pick us up, to go by the St. Joseph police station to make the report. You know, about a week after I called back the guy, because the policeman gave me the number at the station, and I called and I asked him, and he came on the phone. He said, listen, you're giving me too much work, you know. I had no time with you, you know, and hung up the phone. And
wow. Yeah. All that kind of thing that citizens have to go through. Come on, man. Yeah, it make you wonder where we really going, eh?
Right, and I just read in last week $500 million for overtime a year. Where does that money actually? So anytime you have anybody with the police service on, ask them about the overtime. Well, how they calculate that? What they be doing with $500 million? That's $500 million.
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, no problem.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Thanks very much, sir. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Richard, you have joined us. You know, was had some very nice kind words for you the other way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know she loves you there.
Virginia, good morning.
I expect nothing but kind and wonderful, loving words.
Yes. Virginia, good morning.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen. For the North of Virginia, front center. Rape is first beginning is a horrible thing, regardless of whoever it happens to, what gender, what age, whatever. And I have to commend the Trinidad Tobago Police Service for the bit they have done to try to be a lot more compassionate. Pardon me?
No, you go ahead.
No, sorry. I mean, they're taking steps, for the victims, but there's still a lot more work to be done. But I'll tell you something, though. You see, when it comes to Richard correctly said it, even if you're innocent, you have to deal with your reputation still, and that's damage beyond repair. And I remember once for a wedding, somebody asked me once, well, go and pick up so-and-so now. And so me, a guy, go pick up a lone female, someone I don't really know under the sun, say me, and next thing they say, I did this or I did that or I said this or said that to them. And at that time, remember the Me Too movement in America? Which, well, Me Too, well, at that time, it was an agenda by a certain political party. Was involved in that too, and all those celebrities from Hollywood who want to set the standards for all the rest of us to live, right? And the Me Too movement came out, and right after, what's the name of the guy, the sicko from Hollywood, the producer, Harvey Weinstein, once one of theirs, get pulled up to the carpet, only hear anything about the Me Too movement now. No, and I think there was an attempt in Trinidad to even try to, copy that movement too. And again, like everything else, while I say it may have a good, the foundation of it might be a good objective, but it always gets, tweeted or warped when people have ulterior motives than what it's really stood for. But anyway, as I say, as a man, hey, do everything in your power to avoid a situation, right? And like if I do workplace and stuff like that, if I have to communicate with, whether it's someone senior to me or whatever, having a conference or whatever, I always make sure I have a third person present, cover your gluteus maximus. Anyway, you guys have a good day. Take it easy.
Okay, no problem. Thanks very much. Yeah,
that's kind of virtually impossible though, if you are the main supervisor or the lead in an office. Sometimes you're going to have conversations with people who may be our colleagues in whatever way, and you're going to have it alone. So that's an impossible kind of scenario. You just But I mean, so you gave the results to the morning poll already?
I'll give it right after this caller here. Captain Ron, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Well, I have to say happy Friday, Tuesday to you guys.
Thanks much.
Right. And I think, I'm not sure. I'm here in the US. I think tomorrow's a holiday here. It's supposed to be Juneteenth.
Some parts of the US, yes.
Yeah, I'll check it out afterwards.
Captain Ron? Okay. I don't know. Captain Ron, are you there?
Are you hear me?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Kind of followed a little bit just now.
Yeah, I'm driving.
No problem.
If someone private.
Okay, well, he definitely fell out now. The internet probably where he's at. Yeah, but that is it, So we asked the question: should both the police service and the DPP's office be held accountable when serious criminal cases fall apart because of poor investigation? And across the platforms, it was a unanimous 100%. Everybody feels that this is a situation that needs to be corrected. And those persons who are doing these investigations, we have to find something to hold these persons accountable. I mean, if key investigative steps, Richard, are not completed, so you must have like a checklist of 1, 2, 3, 4 going along the road, and if it's not completed, then I think those deficiencies should be identified before some of those cases reach to a court and jury and that sort of thing. That's just me, and a lot of people in the chat by your votes would probably be saying the same thing. Something has to be done. But who keeps these people in check, Richard? Which office? Who is the real?
The court is ultimately the arbiter. The court is the one that keeps you in check and says, okay, this is and some judges make both about situations, but the court is ultimately the arbiter of whether something is fair or not. Mm-hmm. And when I say the court, I mean whether it be the magistrates, the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Privy Council. So sometimes you have to go all the way up, but ultimately that is the one that holds people accountable. In the sense of the innocence and guilt of somebody, which is the primary important element in any case. But the issue of professional accountability lies with the institution in which the person resides, if they have failed in their duty. But you already have the DPP's office saying that they're under-resourced, they don't have enough lawyers and stuff like that. And that's been an age-old problem, basically.
And then the TTPS, they need to revisit what their workflows are and maybe be more stringent in their workflows depending on what the criminal offense is and how it's handled professionally. Because you have all kinds of horror stories where people say, something took place, a robbery took place in their home, and they call the police. The police, first of all, take long to respond. And when they come, they say, the person who's doing fingerprints might come tomorrow. Or, we have all kinds of horror stories of the inefficiency of the system.
Yeah.
So we need to fix those inefficiencies.
Yeah. But I think also too, Richard, from what I've been looking at it also, I think the judges and magistrates, now I know there's this separation of powers, and they may not be or want to or can get down in some of those areas personally to say, look, here, all you need to do better work, all you need to do more work, whatever is the case. But I realize that within recent time, to me, there seems to be, coming from the judges and the magistrates bench, that they too are fed up with what is coming before them. So they are not even willing to entertain adjournments, postponements, getting certain things. And they are just saying that to show up the system, they just throw it out.
When the criminal rules were amended and the criminal procedure was amended and you had sufficiency hearings and all of that, there were timelines attached to all of that. And sometimes you feel like those timelines are out of the window in terms of, and what you have, unfortunately, the perception is, and I think Oblala would have mentioned it when we had him on, that when you have a lot of magistrates that come from a prosecutorial background, they may come up from the DPP's office, etc., you get the sense, whether it's right or not, but you get the sense that they tend to believe the police more, rather than being, because they have that prosecutorial history,
right?
They tend to give the police more leeway than magistrates who don't come from that background, who will be more, look, you didn't meet your timeline, and if you don't meet it by next week, I'm going to dismiss this case because that's your duty to meet your timeline, and so you have all of that, and you have some shoddy cases. You have some cases that really should not be before the court system because they're shoddy and they cannot prove beyond reasonable doubt. Yet they get past, go through the system, clog up the system, and waste people's time, and cause immeasurable inconvenience to people who are before the court.
Yeah, that is sad. Hold 1 minute there, Richard. Caller, good morning. Hello, Miss Sampson.
Hi, good morning.
Oh, Miss Arima, sorry about that. Miss Arima, good morning.
I want to say this. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Sir Charles.
Good morning, Miss Arima.
Good morning, Richard. Now, this morning, I just want to say happy birthday to you all. No, happy Father's Day to you all.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers of Trinidad and Tobago, the world, right? And I want to tell people, happy Father's Day to my father too. I had lost him 4 years ago, right? And I want to tell people that he's always father good, right? Tell him all you love him, even though you have nothing to give to him. Just write a little note, right? Tell Dad you love him very much, and try and don't put all your father away in no home. Try and take care of all your father, because when we were small, our father did some of us, we can't say all the fathers, right? Some was there for us, right? Vice versa. Try and tell all your father how much all you love him, right? Because when all you lost all your father, sometimes even though you're not close to him and all you lost him, memories still remain, right? And also I want to say happy birthday to my mom. She will be celebrating her birthday on the 25th of this month as always.
Excellent.
Even though she gone. Right? I want to say happy birthday, mommy. Rest in peace. Right?
No problem, Mr. River.
25th is her birthday, and the 25th is also St. Peter's Day. You know, every 25th of this month, St. Peter's have their day in Caranage. I don't know if they'll have it this year. I doubt that. So, that is my little thing for the morning. Happy birthday, Father.
All right, okay, no problem. Father's Day.
Father's Day. Oh.
I know the birthday thing is inside of you today. All right, okay, no problem. Much love to you, Mr. Reba. Yes, sending out greetings to all the fathers and Father's Day. So, on behalf of all the fathers, I accept. I accept for everybody, Mr. Reba. Everybody this morning. Yeah? All right, so we are boarding on 8 o'clock, but 100% of this whole city of persons voted. You know, but for me personally, I've been watching this thing over and over again, and I find there's a kind of silence taking place. I don't know if people have been talking about it for so long, but I don't think these are just minor technicalities. I think things like, you know, basic things like visiting a scene, interviewing witnesses, Richard, and even pursuing, you know, all the available forensic evidence. I mean, when an investigator does not do some of those basic things, it really makes people wonder about the justice system, and for an institution or an estate that people have in such high esteem and regards and expect it to be in a particular way. I find it these days it ain't looking good at all. They need to do something about it, and somebody needs to step up and treat with these situations. It's too much.
But it's so much a fix, though. I mean, there's a lot of fix because even from the forensic department, you need to invest money in having your own DNA testing in Trinidad and Tobago, which is something they say they were building out. I don't even know if they've done it yet. And also the ability of forensics department to deal with all of the forensic evidence that comes before it. So you need that department to be well outfitted and technologically up to date in terms of dealing with criminal cases in a manner that is, you know, within certain timelines. Now, that's a difficult call because, I mean, even developed countries have that problem, getting the evidence quickly because resources, finance, and all of those things. But those are we have to just be serious about where we spend our money, because Ministry of National Security gets a huge portion every single year, and still you hear about gaps in infrastructure, gaps in technology. So it's like all of this money that we spend all over these years, where did it go?
Yeah.
Just to pay salaries.
Yeah. We just point it into a sinkhole. Anyhow, we are going for the news at 8 o'clock. When we come back, we have two things happening on the other side of the break, you know, but I'm not sure how they will come in. But we are supposed to be talking with Dirk Barnes about, you know, vehicle theft and protection and stuff going in 60 seconds. But I have not gotten his response. I'm not sure if he's coming on. But we also have the Father's Day pop-up promotion giveaway. We are going to be doing the draw for those prizes when we come back, and we have some nice prizes for you guys. So, you know, so stay with us here. We go for the news, and we will be back on The Breakfast Show.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio, and Dial Caribbean TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. Kaya Seeley has been granted $700,000 bail after appearing in court hours after returning to Trinidad from the United States. The Champ Fleurs hairstylist faces 8 charges arising from a police-involved shooting in St. Augustine on January 20th, including manslaughter in connection with the death of her partner, Joshua Samaru, firearm and ammunition offenses, and allegations of shooting at 3 police officers. Seeley, who was left paraplegic following the incident, appeared before High Court Master Nazira Ali and was not required to enter pleas. The court heard she must return periodically to the United States for ongoing medical treatment and rehabilitation. Bail was granted with conditions, including notifying authorities of travel plans before leaving the country. The state indicated it will rely on 30 witnesses and several exhibits in the case. A sufficiency hearing has been scheduled for October 22nd. Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessar has launched a fresh attack on Guardian Media Limited, describing the organization as unethical and accusing it of targeting businesses and individuals while promoting the interests of those affiliated with the company. Her comments came after former investigative journalist Joshua Seamungle announced his resignation, citing what he described as organizational ethical failings. Persad Bissessar shared his comments on social media and claimed Guardian Media has a history of pushing negative coverage against the UNC while favoring the PNM. The Prime Minister also referenced similar allegations from former journalist Renuka Singh and questioned the company's editorial practices. She said she intends to raise concerns about media conduct in discussions with the Media Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Guardian Media had not responded publicly to the allegations up to yesterday. NETT has confirmed the existence of a protected list of customers exempt from electricity disconnections, revealing that between 2015 and 2025, the list was expanded beyond critical state institutions to include government ministers, members of parliament, and private companies. In a statement, the Commission said the list was originally intended for ministries, state agencies, statutory authorities, and foreign embassies. However, it acknowledged there is no documented policy, criteria, or board approval explaining how individuals and private companies were added. The issue surfaced after Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessar alleged in Parliament that several former PNM officials and entities were on a secret protected list. NETT said it has sought legal advice and reaffirmed its commitment to treating all customers equally. Former Prime Minister Keith Rowley and other former PNM ministers have denied knowledge of the list, insisting they paid their bills on time. Former Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez said the list was intended only to flag high-profile accounts for contact before disconnection, and not to exempt customers from payment. A 47-year-old Arima mechanic has been found not guilty of 2 sexual offenses involving his stepdaughter, after a high court jury took just 40 minutes to return its verdict. The man had been accused of offenses allegedly committed in December 2021, when the girl was under 16 and was charged the following year. However, during the trial, the defense highlighted several shortcomings in the police investigation. The investigating officer admitted he never visited the location where one incident was alleged to have occurred, failed to interview key witnesses, and did not arrange DNA testing. Under cross-examination, the complainant also admitted stealing nearly $20,000 from the accused and feared he would report her to police. She further acknowledged concerns that he might reveal inappropriate messages she had sent online. The defense argued those factors provided a motive to fabricate the allegations. The jury agreed, returning not guilty verdicts on both charges, bringing the case to an end. In crime news, police are investigating 2 robberies in Central and East Trinidad, while a convicted serial killer in the United States has been sentenced for the murder of a Trinidad-born woman. In Chaguanas, a 73-year-old woman and a 42-year-old relative were tie-strapped and robbed by 3 armed men who stormed their Montrose home, stealing cash, jewelry, and a cell phone. Meanwhile, burglars broke into the El Socorro home of a pundit and escaped with TT times $8,000 and $2,500 after prying open a window and burglar-proofing. And in New York, convicted serial killer Rex Heuermann has been sentenced to multiple life terms for the murders of 8 women, including Trinidad-born Sandra Castilla of Sangre Grande. Castilla was killed in 1993, and investigators say advances in DNA technology helped finally link Heuermann to the decades-old murder. Finally, Japan says it must strengthen its defense capabilities in response to growing security threats in the region. Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi told the BBC that Tokyo is boosting military spending, deepening ties with allies, and expanding defense cooperation across the Indo-Pacific to deter future conflict. Japan has also eased decades-old restrictions on arms exports and is now discussing defense equipment sales with countries including Australia, Philippines, Indonesia, and New Zealand. The move comes amid growing concerns over China's military expansion and ongoing tensions involving Senkaku Islands, which are also claimed by Beijing. Japan's government is also considering changes to its post-war constitution, which limits the country's military role. And that is NETT Radio News at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Welcome to Inside the Net on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio. Our daily insights as we count down the journey to FIFA World Cup 2026. Here is today's insight.
The FIFA World Cup has produced moments of pure football brilliance. Moments where time seems to stop, and one strike changes everything. Across generations, certain goals have defined the tournament. Not just for their importance, but for their beauty, skill, and timing. In 1970, Pelé's vision and movement helped Brazil create one of the most iconic team goals in history. A perfect finish to a perfect move. In 1986, Diego Maradona produced two of the most famous moments ever seen in football. The goal of the century against England, a run through half the pitch that defied logic. In 1998, Michael Owen announced himself to the world with a stunning solo goal against Argentina. A teenager breaking through on football's biggest stage. In 2002, Ronaldinho shocked the world with a long-range free kick against England. A moment of audacity and precision, technique, control, and confidence in one strike. And in every World Cup, new goals are added to history. New moments that fans never forget. Because a World Cup goal is more than a score, it is a memory that lasts forever. As 2026 approaches, the question remains, who will create the next unforgettable moment? This has been Inside the Net, a road to FIFA. World Cup 2026 Insights. Join us again for another World Cup Insight as we continue the journey to football's biggest stage.
You've been listening to Inside the Net as we count down the journey to FIFA World Cup 2026 on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
International in Arima, Kiss Square Fashions at C3 Center, West Mall, Eastgate Mall, and all NETT DJs. No glass bottles allowed. Bring your cooler, bring your crew, and let's celebrate together. NETT Radio, Color Week, Cooler Crew. Saturday, August the 15th, aboard the Island Royalty. For information, call 638-2609 or 497-7173. Color Week on the scene.
yourself.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready! Galen of the Ultimate DJ Shane invite you to the Ride of the Year, Reggae Ride 26.
I met a girl this morning. She was love at first sight.
On Saturday, June 27, on board the Harbour Master, represent your colors with a touch of gold, green, red, and white, featuring DJ Damien, Ever Slick, DJ Junior, Galen, and the Ultimate DJ Shane. Boarding 11 p.m. and sailing at 12 midnight sharp. Tickets are only $250 and are available at all Agats Nuts House locations, City Furniture stores nationwide, and online at islandetickets.com. Call or WhatsApp 333-7601 for more information and tickets. Walk with your coolers. No oversized coolers and no glass bottles allowed. The Reggae Ride 26 is proudly sponsored by Agats Nuts House, City Furniture, Tocopia Hotel and Lounge, Cricket Lab Academy, Cafe Barista, Endura Malt, NFM, Rios Waxing Parlor, and Langston Roach Industries. One boat, one vibe, one love. The Reggae Ride 26.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2 Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist, Dr. Raj Ramnanan, for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
Scandal in Citrus is back in Port of Spain, and yep, we're finally at Queen's Hall for 2 nights only on Saturday the 27th of June at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available at the usual outlets and online. You can now buy tickets on our website, rsrrproductions.com. We think you'll like it. And at the Queen's Hall box office, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Scandal in Citrus. We're at Queen's Hall.
Scandal in Citrus.
Oh, I tell you, what a day. It's raining cats and dogs, mice and whatever it is, but it's just raining this morning. Beautiful rain at that too. All right, but we are back inside of the breakfast show, the final session. Richard, you back with me? All right, Richard is here. Very much so.
I said the rain is so beautiful when you have the sweet hot water out of your house.
It's still wonderful, Richard.
No, it's not wonderful for those people. It's wonderful for you who on a higher floor and do have that problem.
It's so wonderful. At the end of the day, I might still have to come out, still go down there, get my foot wet,
There's some communities every time rain is falling, people get anxious, the anxiety levels go up.
Yeah, I know that, especially, I had a friend who had to move out of Greenville because of that,
Yeah. I'm sure plenty of Greenville residents, when there's a lot of rain, their anxiety levels go up.
Of course. He told me, he said, boy, by the time he starts, the sky starts to get gray. And he said, what was worse for him? Because when it happens like that, if he's out, he's studying what's going on at home. But you see, when he's at home and it's really like nighttime and stuff, it's a very easy feeling because you don't know what's happening, you know, can't see anything. But it is what it is, and we're working with it. But let's do our Father's Day giveaway now, people, because we have a whole lot of things to do. So
how are we doing it? Are we doing it like we did it last time?
Yeah, we done it just so. I will present the 13 names that we have, 1 to 13, and we'll do the draws in 3rd, 2nd, and 1st in that regard. All right?
So it's ready the listeners and viewers that choosing the winners, not so.
Yeah, they can, yeah. Unless
so I'm used to do, I just had to listen.
And read the numbers coming in on the YouTube, right? As they come in, and I will tabulate it. So I will tell them who are the 13 persons in a little bit, and I suppose if we get whichever one of the 13 gets like 3 votes first, we would consider that the winner of the particular prize. Right, and we just eliminate it as we go down the road.
How many prizes that you can bring away?
We have 3 prizes, right? But so let me just answer the sponsors first, and then I'll tell you the prizes. Check in the WhatsApp now, you'll see the prizes. By the time I tell them about the sponsor. So let me say good morning to the folks out there at Rodco for coming in, and of course Rodco Movie Town and Riri Tours. So Rodco, you get to relax, renew, and rejuvenate with Rodco Home Essentials. They have quality, handmade, organic bath, body, and spa products. And you get soap, scrubs, butters, masks, and a whole lot more. So you can go and check them out. You can go in. They have walk-ins. They are located at 6 Kiskiddy Street. That's in Tacarigua. Or you can check them online at Rodco Home Essentials. And give them a call at 7750365, right? So they are giving away 2 hampers, if you want to call it that, right? Then we have the folks at Travel Tours Riri, and you can let a trained professional plan your next adventure. They are IATT and CLIA accredited travel tours providers, right? The world-class services to make your journey safer and more pleasant by air or sea, right? Through most affordable options also. So you can call Travel Tours Riri, or you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok also. But if you are local, you can call 868-769-7714. That's 868-769-7714. And for those international folks, you can call 470-208-7449. That's 470-208-7449. And also the people at Movie Town, because now it's football time, you can catch all the action live on the big screen at Movie Town, Port of Spain, and C3 Center. Free entry with the purchase of a $30 concession. So you buy your popcorn and whatever it is, $30, and you get to watch the matches free. All right. And I think I have a number for Movie Town also. You can WhatsApp or call them at 720-1932. Yeah, if you want to put your name down early, right? All right, so that is it. Those are the sponsors, the 3 sponsors, and of course Richard with the play, and we at NETT also.
Well, I can go through the prizes.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the first prize, this is what you're winning for the first prize. You're winning 1 Rodco hamper, and you're also getting a ticket to Scandal and Cedrus next week Saturday in Queen's Hall. You're getting 2 Movie Town tickets. You're getting a NETT Cooler cruise ticket. And yeah, but that's basically it. The second prize, you're getting the Rodco hamper and 4 Movie Town tickets. And the third prize, you're just getting 4 Movie Town tickets. I shouldn't say you're getting 4 Movie Town tickets, which is really a good prize too. So those are the 3 first, second, and third prize. Of course, the first prize winner getting tickets for everywhere. They They get in all events.
They get
all events. All events.
So
in addition to the hamper.
Right. So let me tell you who are the people who have qualified so far, who have got their names in the 13 people that we have shortlisted for today's giveaway. We have Captain Ron, we have Susan Jessup, we have Virginia, who was in the hat also, Robert Taylor, Laverne Edwards, Mr. Grant, who is this? Oh, this is Robert Arlene, Princess Stong, Trini Get Fit, Gillian in Couva. I don't know why I keep saying Gillian. Gillian in Couva, Joanne in Mount Hope, Miss Sampson, and Laverna, who is out there in Canopia. So those are the 13 people that we had listed for the Father's Day giveaway. And what I have done is I have randomly, not in the order that I call them, I randomly give each one of them a number, right? So what you have to do now, any one of those, as we're doing the third prize, you all can vote for any one of those numbers, 1 to 13. And the first one number that comes up probably gets like 2 or 3 votes. We would consider that to be the winner, right? The first person that reached the 3 first, the first number. Make sense, Richard? Richard?
It's pretty arbitrary. People just voting on a number.
Yeah.
So it's not on skill.
No, is that because you sing well? Yeah, everybody is at 0 right now. Yeah, everywhere.
So from numbers 1 to 13, you could just in the stream type whatever number you feel, and we will see who hits 3 numbers first.
Right.
So numbers coming in already. You have a 12. Well, let me let some numbers stream in as people type in. So just type in whatever number you feel without me telling you what numbers coming in.
Right.
So we will see what numbers coming. So you can vote. Just give me a number, any number between 1 and 13, and just hit that in the stream in the comments. Just choose a number arbitrarily and type it in and send that message.
Right.
And the numbers that feature the most will get the first prize.
Right. So we are doing it for the third prize right now, which is the 4 Movie Town tickets. All we want you to do, don't want you to send no text message for anybody name, right? We have assigned a number to each one of those names that we call, and all you have to do is give us a number. So right now we just want a number 1 to 13. Just text either number a number between 1 and 13. So go ahead. I have a 6 already on our side here, right, Richard. What you have?
And that's nothing, and some numbers come in. So
okay. So we're doing it for the third prize right about now, right? So all you have to do is pick a number, just one number between 1 and 13, only one number. All right, so I have a 1, I have a 9 on this side.
All right, so let me give you what numbers I have here. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that's not okay. Oh my God. I'm gonna go up from where it started. So 12, 10, 6, 7.
Wait, 12, 10.
6, 7. How difficult is it to mark down numbers, Charles?
Oh boy, I'm all right.
13,
right.
7,
right.
4, 10, 13, 12, 1, 12.
All right, stop
now.
Yes, stop right there for now. So number 12 is the person who will win the third prize, because number 12 made it to 3 votes before everybody else. All right. We have at number 12, we have Laverna out there in Canopia. So Laverna is the winner of our third prize,
which is 4 Movie Town tickets.
Which is 4.
So you and your crew are going to Movie Town, Laverna.
Nice. So people,
a round of applause there, man. St. Charles. Oh, make people feel nice, man.
Yeah, I get a round of applause there, but oh.
There we go.
All right. Nice. Okay.
Hello, Buddha. You're number 3. Number 2.
All right. So we voted for the second prize now. Which is it? What is the second prize, Richard?
The second prize is the Rothko hamper and 4 movie town tickets.
Right. So you're voting now, people. The numbers you're voting is between 1 and 2 and well, you're leaving out number 12 because number 12 is already gone. Right? So you could vote all the other numbers between 1 and 13 except 12. Right? So let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. It's people, it's all you all have people power, you know. You all decide who gets what here. You know.
Yep.
Right. So, right. So I have a 9 coming in. Numbers coming in kind of slow. I have a number 2 coming in. Yeah.
Oh, I have quite a few numbers in already.
I'll run it now. Yeah.
I'll take 3 more.
All right.
And then we will pause. And then the winner, all we'll have to vote for. Whoever is the winner, getting all them tickets. They're just going event after event after event.
Yeah, you're good to go. If your number comes up at the top, you're good to go. Yeah, good to go.
All right. Give it 2 more votes in the stream, people. 2 more votes. I need 2 people. Just pick a number and send it in. So that we will. This one gonna be. Anyway, you will have to see who win this one. Yes. Sir Charles.
What is that?
I said you will have to see who win this one. I don't know what you're getting on WhatsApp. In comparison to what I'm getting here.
I just tell me what you have on your end, and I will. Any new numbers coming? Or they can vote again, you know, people. Don't worry.
Yeah. Right? Okay. Let me take it. I know where it started from.
Yeah.
So you're ready to just hold on. Okay, you all could stop now. All right. Let me go up. All right. So these are the numbers. Are you ready, Sir Charles?
Yes, I am.
1, 9, 7, 13, 10, 8, 10, 7, 8, 7.
All right, stop right there.
No, wait, I still have more. 7, 3, 1.
No, you can stop there. 7 and reach number.
No, 1, 6, and 1. They have quite a few ones, eh?
Yes. You have quite a bit of ones, and you have quite a bit of 7.
And 6.
All right.
So that's it.
Okay, cool.
You can't tell me stop there. What kind of
No, but I was
gerrymandering you're doing there?
No, I was looking to see which one gets the
all votes have to count. This is not a UNC you know. All votes are being counted.
All right. So number 7 is Joanne out there in Mount Hope. And she's the winner of the second prize.
How many 7s you got?
I have 5 7s.
Okay. So who won?
Joanne out there in Mount Hope.
Okay.
Right. Number 1 came close. Number 1 had 4.
Yeah. So you're not giving Joanne any applause?
Oh, yeah. I must get Joanne applause.
Between you and Wendell, I don't know who more absent-minded, no?
Yeah, Joanne! All right. So so you're not voting for number 7 and you're not voting for number
12.
9. So you're voting all of the other numbers now, and let's see if you can get the first prize winner.
This is the first prize.
All the votes are wiped away. You're voting all over again.
So this is the person getting the number 1 prize.
Yeah.
With all of the tickets to go to the different events, Scandal and Cedars, to the boat cruise. They're getting hampers, they're getting movie town tickets, and they are the winners. So just vote like all that mad. So this is the first prize winner, people.
Right.
Well, I have quite a few votes in already, Sir Charles.
All right, well, let's see. I have quite a bit here also myself.
Yeah. So this is the winner, people. You all are selecting the winner, not us.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear what you have. I'm taking the most amount of votes now. I'm not going to the treating, right? We're taking the most amount of votes at the end of all the right? The number that has the most amount of votes. So we're going for the first prize now.
Okay.
All you vote, all you going crazy. All you vote, just don't vote for number 7 and don't vote for number 12. Those 2 numbers are gone.
Right, so wait, that's not one. Let's make sure. Okay. 6, 8, 10, 4, 10, 10. That's not right. 9, 13, 4, 10, 10, 7, 1, 6, 7, 10, 3. From my reading, there are 10 that is in the stream.
Yeah. All right, so let me see what I have on the WhatsApp. I have a 1, I have a 9, I have a 1, I have a 1. Okay. So in number 1 position, I have 4 votes. And in number 9 position, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 for number 9. And those were the 2 that are standing out. So we have number 1 with 4 votes and number 9 with 5 votes. So number 9 is the winner of the overall prize, right?
No, wait. On behalf of all of the voters in the stream, let me count number 10 again, because you bypassed number 10, and number 10 got quite a few votes in the stream.
In the last round here?
Yes. Number 10 got quite a few votes. So I'm going back up. I just counted the number 10s.
I count number 10 and see, because I have 1, 2, 3 votes for number 10.
One number 10.
All right.
2 number 10s. 3 number 10s. 4 number 10s. 5 number 10s. 6 number 10s.
6?
Yep. So there's 6 number 10s in the stream.
All right, well then number 10 is the winner then.
You try to teach number 10.
That's not so.
You're trying to. You see why you have to have people verifying ballots?
Oh my word.
He didn't even have number 10 in the top 2.
No, because I had counted 3 votes for number 10. But
no,
now you recounted and make it 6.
Yeah, because I told you, did I tell you at the end of the stream, I said to me, 10 is the winner in the stream? And you bypassed that and you went to number 1 have 4. And I said, but wait.
All right, okay. All right, so number 10 is the winner. Let me get the applause and everything ready. Right. So number
10.
Number 10 is the winner now, according to Richard. Right, which is Laverna Edwards. Oh.
So lovely.
Yeah, winner, you are the winner. Yeah. Oh my word.
Laverna win.
Okay. So Laverna Edwards is the winner. She's
Where is Laverna from?
Laverna is from where Laverna is from? Laverna is from Canupia, I think. Yeah, Laverna is from Canupia.
Hey, Laverna, you've won a ticket to Scandal in Cedars. So I will send Sir Charles the instructions of how you will action that ticket. It's very easy, and so but you are the winner.
Right. So Laverna, what you can do, you can text me your information on 2811315, right? So I'll be able to get it in between there to you.
But I see the Barnes was waiting, and I see he's gone. So I don't know if he had a
Yes.
limited amount of time to speak, and
Probably.
time passed.
Yeah, I
because
think
we're busy doing our giveaways for Father's Day.
yeah. So that would
You know, he's a busy man.
yeah. No, I understand.
Well, let's open up the line to as we head towards 8:45. We could open up the lines. Why are you not verifying that we can open up the lines to Charles?
Yeah, I was just sending a text today. Yeah. So people, the lines are open to you, 2811315 or 2995156. We're inside of the final session. Congratulations to all the folks that took part in our Father's Day promotion. Even though we had a jockey you all to come in the last minute there, and Richard had to buff up some of you all to get in between there, but that is how Richard is. Richard loves to buff. Right? But we thank all our persons for being part of it. We want to say thanks to Rodco for their essentials hamper. We want to say thanks to Riri Tours and Travel. So you get that is a reef tour you will win from Riri Travels Laverna. So whenever you go to Tobago, you will link up with them and you go on the Island Pool or the Boca Reef, wherever they take you on those tours. Yeah. You're getting that. And of course, the people from Movie Town who have been supporting us with the giveaways over time. So thank you so much, people. So let's take your calls as we go up to 9 o'clock. Caller, good morning. Zena.
Let us hear that person contribution.
You want to hear the contribution?
Yes, and remind us of what the person did. What was the contribution?
No, we're not working so hard for that.
No?
you know one thing I have to go through to find that for you now.
Oh, well then you should. All right, okay. You should have a note of that.
No, but so as a recording, I would have to. Yeah, because
what the winner contributed.
Yeah, well, eventually.
The competition, let's go. Winner does come back and whether sing or talk or recite or whatever when they win the prize.
Yeah, we just do it different here.
So, let's give her a break, eh? All right, I'm still under my damn coverlet. It's raining. I enjoy the rain. I don't care what you're trying to say. I'm going.
All right, okay, no problem. Yeah, but still there, Black and Day, you know what I mean? Yeah, you stand there, Black and have fun. All right, caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, St. Charles. No, for Virginia front again. Hey, congratulations to Laverne and to, sorry, I forget the rest of folks who had won. So congratulations. But you know what? I'm laughing because what is that?
Richard said that I tried to ignore the number and I did not.
But I was wondering because I ain't 10.
You were saying all that 10? Well, I was saying all that 10.
Yeah, but I say, but wait, I think Sir Charles try to do like them Democrats and go for mail-in ballots instead. But anyway, look, I start laughing because, and my dear mom, hey,
came to mind.
Whichever's
because
calling too fast.
You said don't vote for. I think you said don't vote for number 7 and don't vote for 13 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And yet people still sending that 7 and 13.
Yeah,
so my mom used to say when she said those who don't hear will feel, and she said don't do that. She said no, tell him do it. He will know not to do it. He will feel. He don't hear. You know.
Yeah, 7 and 12.
So you say. Yeah, 12, right, you see? Yeah. That's why I used to feel a lot, boy. I used to get plenty licks. Nah. Anyway, you said don't vote for 7. Yeah, and all of a sudden now he hates 7.
Yeah, 7 still got 3 votes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Thanks. Okay. Cheers. Bye.
Yeah. I noticed that. 7 still got 3 votes in between there. Right. So people, we are taking your calls as we go up to the top of the hour. It is Thursday into Friday. And as Richard said, the weekend is here. We have lots of things happening over the weekend too. Caller, good morning.
I don't know if my laptop is going to last that long.
That is the lady, that one is the one that do the poem. I know she would have won. Is that the person?
I don't know I can't remember what she did, you know.
Yes, that name, I wrote it down. I put it in the chat. If she coming up in the first 3, she had a poem.
Okay.
Now, and I have a question though. The money that they're spending on this Mr. Neil Parsham to fix some building for he to stay in, they cannot pay the teachers the back pay with that money. Why the cart before the horse here? You hear they are spending how much 13 million to refurnish that building for Mr. Neil. It's Parsham, is his last name.
Parsan. No, Parsan.
Yes,
no,
that is a waste of money. Why they don't give people the back pay or whatever money they raise, whatever?
Well,
why they punish people because like that?
I think it's a little bit more than 13 million.
However it is, he could stay in the business.
Yeah, but Mr. Sampson, the back pay is plenty money.
It's much more than 13 million.
Give somebody something. This 13 million they're talking about.
Yeah.
But I think this is the
13 million
US.
A whole.
I think this is the US embassy, not the US.
Have a good day. I think that is the lady that did the poem from Kunupia.
Yeah.
Yes, I vote for her.
Okay, no problem. Thanks very much.
This is the Trinidad and Tobago embassy in New York.
Okay. Because I was wondering what resident she was talking about. So this is the embassy abroad.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the quarters of the ambassador. But that 13 million is towards something in the embassy in New York. I don't know if it's the living quarters or if it's the embassy itself. I'm not sure. I assume it's the embassy itself.
I remember seeing something about the embassy a little while ago, but I can't remember the actual story as it is right now. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, if you're running, you are in charge, you are in government, and you're in charge of the government, you have to try and be able to do all the different things. You may not have the money to do all of them at the same time, but you still have to prioritize and still do things while you still look for the back pay money, while you still look for the medication money. You know, you still have to be able to do all the other things that are happening around. Captain Ron.
Gentlemen, I'm just calling to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers and even to the mothers who are being fathers as well. There are many women out there who are also fathers as well. So I say happy Father's Day to you all and God bless and be safe wherever you are on the planet. For people listening to all over.
Okay. All right? Thanks very much, Captain Ron.
All the best.
And happy Father's Day to you too.
Thank you. I hope my sons tell me the same thing too. The big one, he only knows me when he needs something.
That's a good son, I'm the one.
All right, my brother.
Right. That's a good son that you have there. Most fathers are like that. Yeah. So check you out when they need something. What will do? You know. But I don't subscribe to I don't do it for Mother's Day. I don't do and I'm not doing it for Father's Day, to say that to all the mothers who are fathers and all the fathers who are mothers, and no, they have all their special day. I don't subscribe to that situation, but that's just me, you know. But we are almost out of time, so let's look to wrap this session. Before we go, let me just let you people know that our cruise is coming up on the 15th of August. Please do not forget that date. We want you all to come out and support the cruise. By supporting the cruise, you know, you're supporting NETT Radio, and all this sure helps to keep us outside here. So we will be on board the Island Royalty. It's a beautiful yacht, and you get to party on the boat. We are boarding at 7 p.m. at Hartscott in Chaguaramas, and we will be sailing at 8 p.m. until midnight. So you get back early enough, and you get to party most of all with the NETT DJs, of which I will be one of them, and of course all the other guys who are there with us. Mr. Flavor is going to be there, RJ, DJ Fluffman, who brings a real nice Latin flavor to the whole thing, and Ducks International. So you know we're going to have a fun time with you guys. So look out for that. The early bird tickets are just $200, and after that, well, it's $250. So try and get your early bird tickets. You will be able to get them at Crosby's in St. James. Also, you can go to Rumbox. Well, I didn't talk to Wendell about it as yet, but we're going down there. All right. You can also get your tickets at Bobby's Bar in Kirap, Fats International in Arima, that's opposite Castro's, and at K Squared Fashions if you are at C3 Mall in San Fernando, or West Mall and Eastgate. You have a number of outlets. So those are the places that you can get your tickets. You can check with the DJs that are here at NETT. And of course, you can call any one of our numbers, 281-131-529-5156. And well, everybody else knows my number, right? So you can call me and we will get your tickets to you. What we're going to also do is try and put in place a shuttle service for those who will need transport to get you to and fro, just in case you don't have your own vehicle. We can try and see how best we can facilitate everybody. But remember, it's happening on the 15th of August. That is your date. Get yourself in a gear. We're looking forward to having a really bumper time on the cruise and get to party with all of your DJs and personalities. Come on, Harold, Richard on the boat now. Richard might actually buy a little drink for you. Wendell might give you a little rude boy, and all that sort of thing. Yeah, but it's going to be a nice time. We guarantee you that. Okay, Richard.
Well, Wendell love a rude boy 12%. I don't know for what purpose, but yeah.
Maybe rude boy. But why we not seeing them for the last couple of days?
No, I think rude boy needs to have drinks called rude old man to cater for that demographic. Like Wendell, Stephen. So when they're drinking rude boy, feeling they're young, they're not young. It's rude old man. So they need to rude boy. I give it all their idea.
Oh yeah, well they are rude old boys. That's like you. I say of the old boys.
Oh yeah, old man sounds so rude. Old man sounds too sinister.
Yeah, that's something kind of. I say rude old man. That's something like the case you was talking about.
Yeah. Get that rude old man.
Yeah, I don't want it to be a rude old man, Yeah, but that's good.
Anyway, Scandal in Secrets, people, is on next week, Saturday and Sunday. We have Friday at Queen's Hall, and these are probably going to be our final 2 shows in Port of Spain. So you should not miss it. And then following weekend, we'll be doing our final 2 shows in San Fernando, which will be at Naparima Bowl as the show dwindles to an end, or comes to an end. So, of course, it has been a fantastic run. I mean, people have seen the show several times. You should not miss it. I trust you. When you leave the theater on Saturday or Sunday night next week, you will feel a great sense of peace and de-stressed from, you will be de-stressed from any problems that are facing you. Trust me on that. So next week, Saturday at 8:30 p.m., we are finally at Queen's Hall. We have not been there for the entire run. This is our first time at Queen's Hall. And of course, that'll be at 8:30 next week, Saturday, and Sunday at 6:30. Our tickets are already on sale at Queen's Hall, and they open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Even though in the ad I say 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's already from 10 a.m. The Queen's Hall box office opens, so you can get tickets from that time. Tickets are already selling, by the way, at Queen's Hall and all the outlets. K-Squared Fashions and Brentwood Mall, which is selling for tickets for both Naprima Bowl shows and Queen's Hall. K-Squared Fashions West Mall, Jabili Rawe in Tunapuna, Electronics Arima, and Toby's Florals and Valpat Shopping Plaza and Sharpler Auto Services in Sharpler. And of course, the Queen's Hall box office open from 10 a.m. And for Naprima Bowl show, the following tickets are already on sale and are selling. Believe it or not, people are already buying tickets for Naprima Bowl, which is on the 4th and 5th of July. And the outlets for that are K-Squared Fashions Brentwood Mall and K-Squared Fashions in C3 Center and Fens of Marabella Battle Roundabout. The Naprima Bowl box office will actually open on the 29th of June, which will be the week leading to the weekend. But those outlets already have tickets and are already selling tickets. And of course, the other place you can get tickets, our brand new website, rsrrproductions.com. And if you haven't checked out the website, take some time to navigate in it and see what it's like. And you can buy tickets, and people are already buying tickets, even for South and for Queen's Hall. Both venues are already seeing sales on the website. People are buying tickets. It's easy peasy to buy tickets on the website. And yes, you can use your local debit card. You don't have to have a credit card. You can use your local debit card on our website to purchase tickets for either shows, either Naprima Bowl or Queen's Hall, and people are already doing it. You get your QR code in the email and you're good to go, you know? So make use of that if you don't want to go to a physical outlet. Have a fantastic weekend. Of course, today is like Friday, so the weekend has begun. You can listen to NETRadioTT.com throughout the day and throughout the weekend for all of the excellent programming, or you can listen to it on your smart devices at NETT Radio Trinidad, NETT Radio Trinidad on TuneIn. And you can just set your smart devices and you can listen to it there. Excellent programming throughout the weekend. Have a fantastic weekend. Of course, happy Father's Day to all fathers. Enjoy the weekend. Let them treat you nice for this weekend. And, you know, and if they don't treat you nice, you treat yourself nice. Have a fantastic weekend. Remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. Yeah.
Yes. And people stay with us on the stream because coming up in a little bit when we come off the stream, they can come across the NETRadioTT.com because we have the MSJ's Tuesday Talk. It's pre-recorded a broadcast, and we bring you different voices with different situations you hate on the platform. So that's coming up just after 9 o'clock. So you have to come across to listen to David Abdul Honesty.
All right. So thanks for joining us today. We know you have a choice in what you listen and what you watch wherever you are on the planet. And we're glad that you chose us.
Yes, we do.
This has been
The Breakfast Show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes.